Hey, Rocky, you got the pump?
I do. Well, most of it you use here.
Okay.
Checking the equipment before an early morning bike ride. A little extra air.
Well, this one was way down.
Okay.
Adjustments to the saddle, the right shoes, and finding a pair of sunglasses, plus some protection against the desert sun.
But after a couple of days out in the desert, I thought, yeah, my skin's getting fried.
It's lightweight gear meant for speed and distance.
Are we set, guys?
Today's ride is over 40 miles. It helps to be in shape. One guy, though, carries a little extra motivation on his bike. A picture of a young man, 19 years old.
All right, here we go, guys.
The same young man he spoke about to a group at Moon Valley High School the day before.
He was a remarkable man. He was all-league in soccer, all-league in tennis. He had 7 varsity letters. He was a National Merit finalist, for those of you who are thinking about going to college.
He's talking about Eric Okerblom, smart, athletic, and fun to be around. And he should know this better than anybody. Eric was his son.
He was a student at the University of California, Berkeley. He was majoring in molecular biology.
Eric is also a victim. He was killed when a driver who was text messaging behind the wheel hit him without even seeing him.
Threw his body 140 feet in the air and killed him instantly.
This is not an easy thing for a father to talk about, his own son's death before he was even out of his teens. But Bob keeps talking, hoping somehow to make a change.
Thank you. I think we need to change several things. We need to change our culture, which is touching these kids, trying to get them to think differently. Just like they wouldn't get into the car drunk, they'd have a designated driver. We want to make them think about not getting in the car and using a cell device.
Texting while driving is something that's actually a problem. Like, you think you can just look at your text for a quick second and then, you know, you'll be fine. And you'll just look back up and everything will be fine. But really, with those couple of seconds that you're looking and texting, you could easily have crashed into someone or harmed someone else.
I think it needs to change, but it's all up to people to change it.
But he is having a huge impact, and I feel that he's gonna save so many lives out there from his ride. So this is fantastic for him to be doing this.
And his ride is all about trying to change those attitudes towards texting and driving. Bob started near his home on the West Coast, and he spreads the message every place he stops.
Chuck, have a good one.
So one of the big reasons that Bob is pedaling across country is to spread the message about texting and driving. It's also to honor the memory of his son, Eric. You see, Eric was riding a bicycle when he was killed.
He bought an old beat-up bike. He was on a straight country road, unobstructed, no traffic at all. And a young woman, 19 years old, came up behind him, texting. She didn't see him. She hit him at full speed. When you're pedaling alone without anybody, it's just like a meditation or a prayer, and a lot of time for introspection. You know, on my bike, I have a little picture of my son, so I see him all the time. Of course, he's in my thoughts all the time, too. But I think there is a catharsis. That's what I'm hoping.
How's it feeling, Bobby? Oh, it feels good. I feel strong.
Bob will end up on the East Coast later this summer. It's a long way to go, but if he can change the way just one person thinks about texting and driving, it will be time well spent.
And there was also one young man who came and actually gave me a hug. And those kind of connections, I think, really mean that maybe there's something meaningful happened today.
Something meaningful, and the hope that something good comes out of this tragedy. I'm Chuck Emmert reporting.